There are times in everyone's life where things are difficult. And maybe something comes into our life that hurts us deeply, or it can be scary, it can be unknown, and it can be hard to endure something like that. And as we look at that, we just don't understand. I can look back in history, and I could pull out of the history books another mom just like me, who might be sitting there saying, my father, my husband, my son, they're going off to war. And she would be struggling with that because she can't see the end. But I have read the history books. So I know that all three, her husband, her father, her son, they came home from the war and her time of anxiety and fear was over. If I could talk to her, I could assure her, hang in there, it'll be okay. Well, as we go through times in our lives and we can't see the end, that makes it really hard for us to kind of hang in there. So I like to look at times like that in a way that is very encouraging to me. And I like to take time and put it in a box. And if I were to look at the left side of the box, I would see the beginning of all time. That's when God created the world. And then follow that timeline across. And at the other end of the box is at the very end of the world, when God comes back and claims those who've chosen to believe on him. And this world as we know it is over. Everything is in that box. Everything in my life is in that box on that timeline, except one thing. And that one thing is God himself, the creator who made me. And as he stands outside the box, he can look in at my life and see all of it. He sees creation. He sees the end of the world. He sees Lisa Meisner when she's born as a baby. He sees her growing up. And then he sees that time when her sister got sick with a brain tumor and he took her home. Now that was a very hard time for my family. But as I went through that difficult time, God saw the beginning, he saw us during it, he saw the end. And that's where he could confidently say to me through his word, Lisa, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding, because he knew that there was going to be an end to the pain. He knew there would be joy when other people would come to know him as a result of it. And he knew that ultimately there would be the day when I would get to go to heaven to be with him and all sorrow would be gone. God can help each one of us with any difficulty in our life. Again, because he stands outside the box, he can see what's happening. And then we can have the assurance that, like he says in Proverbs, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not unto your own understanding, because he can take care of things. He tells us in Revelation that the day will come when he shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and sorrow shall be no more. That day is coming. It's outside the box when God takes us to that point, and we can trust him with that.